Hey, Puppy Trades! We're going to do a video analysis update, a really fun video analysis update of Bitcoin, Coinbase, Marathon Patent Group, Bit Digital, Microstrategy. But first, we're going to start off with some celebrity stocks. Yes, you guys loved my last celebrity stocks video, and I believe that was released on a Friday. So, for all we know, this might become a Friday tradition. Celebrity stocks, we're going to do AMC Theaters, Scott's Miracle Grow, Lithium, and silver. I've already talked about silver recently. I gave the pups the real signal for silver before the rest of the masses, the Illuminati, got their signals. We're gonna go through some celebrity stocks, but I want to show you guys. I actually, this is my personal YouTube channel. I actually follow the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. This is from a long time ago. I haven't updated this in a while, but I actually follow the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. I used to be a fan. I've come a long way, and you guys really like my celebrity stocks, but he referenced something in this video that you need to be familiar with, especially if you live out west and you know about the ocean, what's going on with the ocean. But Jay-Z, you might know what's going on with Jay-Z. He's not doing too well. Jay-Z isn't doing too well. And if you look in this video for the song No Church in the Wild is all just rioting. So make sure to go watch this music video. You're going to need to know it because it's about to play out in real life in front of you. What am I talking about? First, make sure you go follow Blue Pilled Pup. I actually gave a signal on Blue Pilled Pup before anyone else. And I was a little surprised. The Lithium ETF, if the Lithium ETF LIT doesn't explode after this, we can get into Lithium for a second. But make sure to go follow Blue Pilled Pup. I have 104 followers. We can see they're really getting a treat. They're really getting a treat right now. I'm telling them all about what's going on with Capital One and Burger King and Lithium. So we'll talk about Lithium, but let's get into Stephen Colbert and Joe Biden, because Stephen Colbert and Joe Biden, they actually told you to buy stocks today. Isn't that crazy? They told you to buy stocks. Now this one, I was a little disappointed in the engagement because this was actually really blatant. And you guys should get this one because The Office was a very popular show. Joe Biden gives strategic communications to tell members of the Illuminati to buy Scott's Miracle Grow by declaring the 28th Amendment law while leaving office. Michael Scott, SMG, declares bankruptcy, possibly programming for the collapse of the dollar. XRP, GLD, SLV, and Bitcoin were tagged. But yes, Joe Biden just declared the 28th Amendment. And this isn't me. If you go look at, and by the way, Capital One down was the trend. Capital One down was the trend. And boom, Capital One down. I showed how this is being synced up with the Black Swan event. Capital One down is a perfect anagram with the Black Swan event. And I talked about what the impact on the financial system is going to be and what it has to do with Donald Trump being in office because he is the law and order candidate. But first, if you go look at 28th Amendment, you're going to see a lot of Michael Scott memes. Why is that? Because Michael Scott, he declared bankruptcy. And today, Joe Biden tried to just declare the 28th Amendment law, which you can't do, right? So just like how Michael Scott makes this declaration that doesn't matter while he's, in the office, right? The show The Office, Joe Biden is leaving office and he makes this baseless declaration. So we're going to talk about Scott's Miracle Grow right now. Very clean to see why Joe Biden is telling members of the Illuminati to buy stocks. Scott's Miracle Grow being the stock of choice. It's a very juicy setup, and I watch the stock market. You guys know how much I watch the stock market, and Scott's Miracle Grow, I've predicted perfectly from here and from here, but I'll be honest, it fell off my radar, but now it's back on my radar. So these are called Scott Comms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, And then from this low, 1, 2, 1, 2 at the 61 to 78.6% retracement. Above 62, the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low gives a minimum wave 3 target of 104 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. Wave 3 can go all the way up to the 61.8% extension of wave 1, which is 118 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high, and wave 5 is the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low, this entire sequence can take Scott's Miracle-Gro up into the 130s. So we can see very clear why members of the Illuminati are being told to buy Scott's Miracle-Gro while the retail sheep are just laughing about it. Let's get into Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is telling people to buy stocks today. He's telling people to buy AMC theaters, and he's also telling people to buy Riot Blockchain. But I talked about Riot Blockchain already. Let's see what I said. Parody. Boom! Stephen Colbert proves we'll see mass riots when Donald Trump is president because he will release the Epstein list and the tapes of Gitmo trials. Bitcoin was used to traffic children and adrenochrome, which is why XRP has flipped BTC dominance. AMC to explode. So this takes a little bit of knowledge of the Q movement, but just understanding, has Joe Biden really been president, right? Has he, we were asking for a long time, who's the real president? Donald Trump has certainly asked who the real president is. Who's running this country? Because Joe Biden seemed like he was incapacitated. So if you're familiar with that, then you're going to be familiar with why we're going to see riots in the street. And Stephen Colbert is giving people a hint. He said, Stephen Colbert says, you might not see me again when Donald Trump becomes president. A lot of liberals are saying you might not see them again when Donald Trump becomes president. I believe Kathy Bates said a very similar statement. She was going to go to Camping World. I thought that was interesting. But anyway, if you're familiar, Stephen Colbert, parody and entertainment purposes, he might be in the Illuminati, right? And so he might have had to do some type of ritual. Let's Go, AMC Theaters, and Blockbuster, Wicked, the Yellow Brick Road, and the Silver Screen. There will be rioting in the streets when people find out what really happened to Joe Biden. You, the pups, heard it here first. XRP, XLM, Doge, Bitcoin predictions were nothing. Get your popcorn ready. Donald Trump is the law and order candidate. And then I said, they weren't doing that weird Stephen Colbert and Jay-Z stuff when I infiltrated the Illuminati. Remember, this is all for parody purposes. Ripple is the blockchain buster. Bitcoin is Napster. It was used to traffic children. AMC theater tapes will stop the game. GameStop. Illegal short selling. Short selling. What does that mean? Short in quotes. Why do I put short in quotes? Selling to unwind. Because they're talking about selling something different. Right? They're selling something different. And there's actually videotapes of a lot of these people on trial. They're being tried in Guantanamo Bay. They've been being tried in Guantanamo Bay for consuming adrenochrome. Stephen Colbert, he's a little worried about Donald Trump becoming president. And he references by Stephen Colbert is a perfect anagram with No Church in the Wild, a music video with Jay-Z. Right? Remember, Jay-Z's in a lot of trouble. He's been implicated in this P. Diddy situation. So anyway, there's videotapes of all of this. And that's what get your popcorn ready means. Get your popcorn ready means get ready for these tapes to be released. So AMC Theaters forms a wave 1 and a wave 2 past the 78.6% retracement. The length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low gives a wave 3 target of at least 12 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high and wave 5 is the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low, then AMC Theaters can go all the way up to 21 for waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's talk about lithium. We had that big lithium mine in California explode, or that lithium factory explode. This formed a wave 1 and a wave 2. I measured the time fibs of the length of wave 2. It gave a perfect wave 3 bottoming signal for this wave 3. From this low, a wave 1 and an ABC wave 2 forms. I took the length of wave A and wave B, and I measured the Fibonacci extensions. It looks like we had the 127.2% extension and the 78.6% retracement be where this ABC correction ended. I'm looking for 34.65 to not get broken. The length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low gives a wave 3 target past 97 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. This was called out by Blue Pilled Pup. So make sure to go follow Blue Pilled Pup. Only has 104 followers, but it's gotten some really good calls. Speaking of Blue Pilled Pup and calls, it perfectly predicted silver. Remember the silver screen. Think about clean money versus dirty money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1 and wave 2, and then from this low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, confirms an impulse from this low. That's why Stephen Colbert is telling people to buy silver, because illegal short selling, right? Short selling, like short people being sold, is going to unwind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2. Stephen Colbert is telling you to buy silver, or members of the Illuminati to buy silver, because it's going to 37 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher to 43. Let's get to crypto real quick. I've talked about crypto a lot this week. We've had a big move, so I'm going to talk about it a little more. We look at Bitcoin on the weekly, and Bitcoin forms a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, wave 1, an ABC wave 2 correction, and then from this low, 1 ABC wave 2. I perfectly predicted wave 3 to go up to at least 107,000 before a shallow wave 4, which I predicted to end perfectly before a wave 5. That's the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low. So if that wave 4 low is in, the wave 5 target is 147,000. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up at 147K. And bulls are going to look for a correction after that. Coinbase, I called perfectly, just absolutely destroyed it. Let's look at Coinbase on the weekly chart right here. Actually, it's going to be the daily chart, and we're going to look at the 1 year. Yes, there we go. Coinbase formed a 1, 2, and then right before the election, I said this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1 and wave 2. I perfectly predicted that massive post-election rally for wave 3 of wave 3 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 that ended with momentum divergence. This is wave 3, and then wave 4 ended at the ABC 161.8% extension, which was also the 50 to 61.8% retracement. The length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low says Coinbase is going to go up to 427 for this red wave 3. So that's Coinbase. Marathon Patent Group forms a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, wave A, an A, B, C, wave 2, wave B, and then from this low, wave 1 and a wave 2. It looks like it's turning around. It looks like it's going to hold. It's going to hold above 15.31, that original invalidation. And the more important invalidation, which is too wide, is 13.16. But I believe 15.31 will continue to hold. And this is 1, 2, big wave 3, actually a small wave 3 in progress up to 40 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. Ultimately, Marathon Patent Group appears to be heading to at least the length of wave 1, wave A, placed at the wave 2, wave B low for wave 3, wave C, taking Marathon Patent Group up into the mid 40 range before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. Bit Digital forms a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1 and an ABC wave 2. And then from this low, it forms 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm looking for wave 3 of wave 3 to begin above 2.90, taking Bit Digital up to 7.93. That's the 127.2% extension of the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low. Finally, let's end with Microstrategy. Microstrategy looking good. It formed on the monthly. It forms a wave 1 and a wave 2. And then from this low, it forms another wave 1 and another wave 2. On the quarterly, it makes a new high on the RSI, suggesting this is the big wave 3. This is the shallow wave 4 correction. It didn't feel shallow, but it looks like 285 is going to hold as the low. I expect wave 5 to be the length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low. That takes Microstrategy up to 724 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher.